everyone. Welcome back to the UPSC Mains PYQ series, and today we shall be discussing next question of geography from 2025 question paper. So let's start. Our question is, discuss the distribution and density of population in Ganga river basin with special reference to land, soil and water resources. So basically, this question is asking you to combine the concepts of physical geography and human geography. That you must know all the physical features of Ganga basin. Then, based on those physical features, you will explain that what type of human activities are there, what type of human settlements are there, and what is the reason for the density and population in various regions of Ganga basin. Okay, so this is the breakdown of question. So let's start now. Why this question have been asked? Because recently there are many reports that though Ganga basin is the most fertile basin, is most populated river basin, but nowadays it is also becoming more polluted. Land is degrading, environment is degrading in that region. That's why this question. Okay, so first of all, you must know the division. So see, these are the alluvial plains. Okay, and Ganga plain is part of alluvial plains. Okay, means these are alluvial plains. Okay. Now we have to make Ganga plains. So this is upper Ganga basin. This is lower Ganga basin. Sorry. This is upper Ganga plain. This is middle Ganga plain. And this is lower Ganga plain. Okay, so basically, which states are included here? Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. Okay, and here, which main states? Sorry. Which main states are here? So, Bihar, UP. And here? Oh, sorry, these are for this. And for lower Ganga plain, it is West Bengal. Okay, so first we will discuss the density, the population in these regions. Then we will discuss the reasons based on land, soil and water resources. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about upper Ganga plain. So, in upper Ganga plain, basically, the density is not much. Density is around 120 persons per kilometer square. And main reason for this will be the hilly terrain and lack of agricultural opportunities. This we will discuss in detail, but for time being, basically why the density is very less, because of hilly terrain, lack of agricultural opportunities. Second, we can discuss about the middle Ganga plain. So in middle Ganga plain, the density is very, very high. Means it is more than 1000 persons per kilometer square. And basically, the main reason is the fertile agricultural land. and flat land. Okay, coming to lower Ganga plain. So it also have almost the same density, around 900 to 1000 persons per kilometer square, and regions remains the same, the fertile agricultural land and flat land. Okay, now let's discuss the regions in detail based on these features, that is land, soil and water. Okay, so starting with land resources. Okay, this is upper Ganga plain, this is middle Ganga plain, this is lower Ganga plain. Okay, so first we are discussing with respect to land resources. Okay, so in upper Ganga plain, the regions of Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, see the terrain is very hilly, the land is not fertile, the land is not flat. Okay, so here is the issue of terrain, here is the issue of fertility, here is the issue of land surface. Okay, so because of this, the population is very scarce and the settlements are in the scattered form. Now, coming to middle Ganga plain. So, talking about the land resources, see here land is flat. So, because of this, settlement become easy. Okay, transportation becomes easy. And if these all things are easy, then setting up of industries become easy. Okay, now coming to lower Ganga plain. So here also same thing. It is very easy to settle there. Transportation, industries, agriculture is very easy in these regions. Okay, now coming to what was the second point? Coming to soil resources. Okay, so coming to soil resources. See, here, since the terrain is very hilly, so the soil is not able to hold much moisture. Also, there are cases of soil erosion and deforestation in these regions. So, because of this, the fertile layer of soil is washed away. Okay, so this is the condition of soil here, and plus the soil layer is also very thin because of erosion. Now, coming to middle and lower Ganga plain. So here the thing is presence of fertile alluvial soil. See, for this you must know the north-south division of northern plains. So see, I will start from here. For example, these are Himalayas. This is the Bhabbar region. This is the Terai region. And this is the northern plain. So, here will be Khadar alluvial soil. Here will be Bhangar alluvial soil. So, this is the new alluvium. This is the old alluvium. So, in middle and lower Ganga plains, there is the presence of Bhangar and Khadar alluvial soils. So, because of which they are very fertile. And if they are very fertile, the agricultural activities will flourish. Agricultural activities will flourish, agricultural industries will flourish. It will be very good for the crops like rice, sugarcane, wheat, for the soil resources. Now, coming to water resources. I think water was asked. Yes, coming to water resources. Yes. So see, here since the terrain is very hilly, terrain is very steep, so there are no provisions or no way to hold the water. Okay, and here the land becomes flat and the region is flooded by the rains, which are perennial in nature, which are perennial in nature. Plus, there is abundant quantity of groundwater resources. And northern plains are the part of largest groundwater provinces in India. So, this is the situation of water. And because of these groundwater resources only, the green revolution in India got success. Okay, so basically I think we have discussed everything. We have discussed the parts of Ganga Basin, we have discussed the population density of Ganga Basin, and we have related this population density to the physical features of Ganga Basin. Okay, so basically then you can conclude, you can conclude with a report or a very forward-looking solution that since the plains are very fertile, so the number of settlements, number of industries are increasing, which is eventually leading to the destruction of biodiversity in land. So, suitable measures must be taken to address all these issues. So, I think I discussed the question. Now, please take 7 minutes, pause the video, write your answer, then we shall be discussing the complete answer. Okay. So, let's start. So, you can start with anything that, Ganga Basin is the most densely populated river basin in the world, and if you know the fact or figure, so you can write also the density. Sorry, you can write the density also. That on an average, the density is 500 persons per kilometer square, which is more than the national average. Okay. Now, coming to the main body. So, you can start with the distribution, with the Upper Ganga Plain, the states it includes, and you can give reason in short, then you can explain in detail in the later stage. And coming to the Middle Ganga Plain, the states, the density. Same with the Lower Ganga Plain, the states and the density. Also, if possible, you can include the delta regions also. The Sundarbans. But here also the density is not very high because there is risk of flooding also, and there is no proper flat land for the settlements also because of the presence of mangroves and swampy land. Now, coming to the determinants. So, we have discussed about the land resources. Okay. So, if there are flat alluvial plains, ease of settlement, transportation, agriculture, and high man-to-land ratio, which increases the population pressure. So, you can include in the conclusion also this thing, that population pressure is increasing. Coming to the soil resources, so the same thing, fertile alluvial soil, bhangar and khadar soil. So, it will lead to the establishment of agro-based industries. Coming to the water resources, so see, all the rivers in the Indo-Gangetic plains are the perennial rivers only, Ganga and its tributaries. Okay, so there will be no lack of water resources, and also the groundwater provinces are also very rich here. So these all things you can discuss. And yes, population density patterns we have already discussed. That high density zones will be Central UP, Bihar, West Bengal, which are part of Middle Ganga and Lower Ganga plain. And low density will be the Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, and moderately will be the Western UP and the Delta regions. And yes, conclusion you can give any sustainability solution, long-term sustainability solution. Okay, so I think that's all for this question. Thank you.